Yeah, welcome to the mix. Now we have so much to talk about, and we got the next big artist on the rise, J.I. in the house a little bit later. But tonight, it's a special celebration here because it's the one and only mix host, Jazz's birthday, baby! Happy birthday, Jazz! How you celebrate?
Happy birthday, Jazz.
Oh,
How you over there celebrating?
I'm actually out here in New Orleans right now. So, I had some great food so far. I had a really great daiquiri, went to the casino. I've never been to the casino before. So I'm here with my mom and my stepdad, and they're showing me a great time. So
Got that New Orleans glow, girl.
But Jazz, baby, we have to get into this brand new Range Rover that you were flexing on Instagram. Please tell me how that feels.
Yeah, so it was crazy because I get a call from my mom and she's like, hey, come with me real quick. I'm going to trade one of my cars in. I want to see if you like what I'm getting. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not even thinking because it wasn't on my birthday. Like it was the day before. So I get there. She's like, yeah, this is the car. And I walk around and I see it's a bow on there. So I was like, is this mine? Like, for real? Like, yes, how you doing it? And she was like, yeah, happy birthday. And all the people from the dealership were in there. The people from the dealership was like, happy birthday.
Period.
Like a flash mob, like a flash mob when everybody in on it.
I love that.
Oh my God. Listen, a Range Rover on the birthday, that's probably, I don't think you can top that. That's like.
Okay.
And it's crazy because I wanted that car for the longest. And it's like, I tell my mom things, but you don't ever think like, they actually gonna go out and do it. So I just always threw it around. So for her to really surprise me with it was it meant a lot to me. So I'm having fun so far.
Yeah.
Well, Jazz, I'm trying to come to Houston, get in the car, a little passenger seat action. But guys, let's just get right into it. So I've been in the studio working on some new music or whatever, but I had to stop and watch the Verzuz battle with Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. And all of a sudden, who do I see? My co-host, Romeo Miller. Now, Romeo, how could you keep this a secret from us? Like,
right.
I felt like we was closer than that.
Right.
Hey, all I could say is some things you got to keep a secret. It was for the moment. It was for the culture. And it was something we've been discussing. I hit up Swiss and he was like, this would be a great idea. I hit up Soulja Boy because, I had a friendship with him growing up. He did a lot of music videos with me. He did some appearances on some of my albums. So I was like, let's do something dope for the culture. But I was like, we can't tell anybody. We can't ruin the surprise. And then we hit up Bow, and Bow was like, he knew, but he didn't know. So, but at the same time, he was cool with it. We was like, we're going to just have a great moment and an impact for the culture. So my fault. I didn't even tell my friends. I didn't tell nobody. Only God knew, though.
If there's
Soulja Boy, Bow, and Swiss.
If it's anybody that can keep a secret, let me tell you, it's your boy Romeo. But
Romeo, y'all. Okay. It really is.
You actually missed it. Let's show everybody a clip of the flowers that you gave to Bow Wow.
The world put us against each other. But you the Michael Jordan, right? Every era have a Michael Jordan, a Kobe, and a LeBron. You the Michael Jordan. You inspired all of us up here. For real. You need your roses.
Wow. That was a beautiful speech, man. Thank you for doing that. So what inspired you to give him his flowers in the way that you did?
It's crazy because, like I said, from the very beginning, people put me and Bow against each other. I was always younger, so I looked up to Bow like my big brother. When I did my first song, I put his name in my first song, my biggest record to date. And it was never a competition in my eyes, but the world put us against each other. Like I always tell y'all, you got Coke, you got Pepsi, you got Sprite, you got 7-Up, And it was one of those moments where God put it on my heart. I've been wanting to do it for years and years. There have been opportunities and certain platforms where we tried to make that connection and other forces kind of made it the competition thing or made it about something else. And God was like, this is the perfect platform. Like you're on live TV. You could say what you want to say. Nobody can twist it and just go speak from your heart. And that's what it was. It was just something that's been on my heart for a while. So yeah, shout out to Bow and shout out to Soulja. Like I said, the only rapper and only person to get Bow and Romeo on the same stage in the past 20 years.
Absolutely.
He was the first.
On the show before, We've definitely given you your flowers. You're so deserving of those flowers. You know what I'm saying? You were the youngest rapper to be number one, which is crazy. And I think a lot of people don't understand, the beauty that you bring into this game and what you brought into this industries, man. So we definitely want to give you your flowers while we have you.
That part.
Thank you. I appreciate that because a lot of people think it was just it was luck. A lot of people think my dad snapped his fingers and the world fell in love with this kid, Lil Romeo, and he sold over 20 million records and had the #1 album and #1 TV show and #1 clothing line. But I put in a lot of work. A lot of kids, and like Zoe know, like it can mess with your mental health. A lot of kids are at school going to recess crying. Imagine being in a different country away from your family, having to do interviews for 7 hours straight in a room as a kid. I was doing that every other day. I remember being in France and Germany and freaking Wisconsin and Idaho, places where I'm just like, I just want to hug my mom and go to sleep, So I definitely put in a lot of work, and I just appreciate you guys for just giving me those roses as well, because I just be chilling all humble, but sometimes you got to talk a little trash, your stuff.
You got to flex on them sometimes. Sometimes you gotta do flex.
I told you got to turn up on these folks sometime because you Romeo at the end of the day, like.
Hey, come on, don't play with the kid, man.
Please do not play with him.
Appreciate y'all.
So, Romeo, I want to talk about this speech a little more because I knew what you meant, but you called Bow Wow MJ, you called yourself Kobe, and you called Soldier LeBron. And, even though I knew some, the internet likes to take things and really blow it up. So Did you want to elaborate on that, a little bit more about what you meant?
Man, the internet, you damn if you do, damn if you don't. No disrespect to none of those legends. There's only one Michael Jordan. There's only one Kobe. There's only one LeBron. But in the introspective things, I was saying in our era, when I came out, Bow was the first to do it, right? Which means he was like the MJ. When I came, I was that young, hardworking kid who didn't have to be the most talented, but I worked my butt off. I was in the studio 24/7 and I made my own history, Kobe-ish. And then LeBron, Soulja Boy is just the innovator, the one who did it differently. We never seen nothing like it. And that's your era. I didn't say the whole music game. I'm not saying I'm the Kobe of hip hop or nothing like that, because I walked away from music. Like once I accomplished my goal of having a #1 single and being the rap artist of the year, I'm like, I want to move on to the next. So it was just of that era, So for me, like if I had to do like a real, who's the MJ and Kobe and LeBron, like it'll be like I'll see Jay-Z as the MJ for our culture and hip hop. I see Lil Wayne as the Kobe Bryant. I think Wayne is the hardest worker in hip hop. People don't realize this dude to lock himself in the studio 24/7. He's literally the GOAT. And I think the LeBron would be Drake if we're talking literally. People got mad when I said, well, I could be D Rose if I'm like, look, D Rose, it's no disrespect to D Rose, but I think you got to put yourself on a high pedestal if you want to succeed in anything. And you can't take things so literal, people. I knew Kobe. I grew up with Kobe. I met Kobe many times. That man is one of my biggest idols. I was getting death threats because people like, don't be comparing yourself to Kobe. But it's one of those things when we shoot and we in a room, it's like you shoot. Everybody's saying Kobe. I think that's the biggest sign of honor and the biggest sign of respect. But yeah, in no shape or form, I was saying I'm the literal Kobe of rap and music. It was just of that era, whether that era was for 1 month, 1 year, 2 years, or 10 years, just our little era that we had. And it was just me trying to give my roses of saying that, Bow, you kind of inspired so many of us that came after.
So I'm gonna need y'all to stop coming at Romeo because clearly you know what he means and you just want to get mad at him for like whatever he says, and I'm sick of it. And
hey Jamie, everybody don't know. That's the thing with the internet, and what you got to realize, people gonna just, you damn if you do, damn if you don't. And some people gonna laugh, some people gonna get it, and that's something where I laugh at certain things too. I don't take things too personal. I think people think I have a super dry sense of humor. I'm actually a pretty funny guy, like Kawhi Leonard. Wait, I did not compare myself to Kawhi before that go out there.
I was about to say, that was next. Like they like, oh, here he goes.
Well, I'm gonna start it next. I'm gonna be the first comment. Like, did you hear Romeo say that? And I'm gonna blow it up. Okay, anyway, we're gonna move on from that because Romeo, I've been dying to ask you, who do you think? And don't give a vague answer, Romeo.
He is. So
I know. That's why I stopped myself. Who do you think won the versus battle? Honestly.
Who do I think won the Verzuz battle? I think everybody won. The culture won.
Y'all see why I said Romeo? I said Romeo, don't be vague.
The culture won.
You see,
But I think people seeing that Verzuz, and that's why I was so quiet up until, because these guys are young legends. You seen Soulja Boy perform songs, you like, dang, I remember bumping that back in the day. And then you seen Bow performance and his energy on stage. It's very hard to have that type of performance. You could tell he's been doing it his whole entire life. But I think everybody won because it just highlighted and showed just that greatness that these two artists had.
well, Zanique, I know you was mad excited to watch this Verzuz. That's all you was talking about. So please, you tell me the most honest answer. Who do you think won the Verzuz battle?
I just love that you wanted to come to me with a most honest answer, because I wish you didn't even ask me this, because I was about to say, Romeo, I strongly agree with you, because I just feel like I feel like Romeo hit it on the head. Like, it was just such a great, I mean, this was our era. Like, I don't know. It's like, it was so hard for me to pick one because I love both of their music. Like, I wasn't like, oh, this person won this round. I'm like, this is my jam. Then the next person played.
It was like a concert, right, Zoe?
It was
Verzuz felt like a concert.
Okay, but how do y'all feel? Because, like, you know, I loved everything about it, so I couldn't choose.
I'm just being honest.
Jamie didn't watch because she probably didn't think I wasn't gonna be there. So, you know, Jamie was like, if Rome not gonna be there, I ain't gonna watch. You know, I'm just saying.
I didn't watch. You're completely right. And I was about to text you and be like, Romeo, you should have told me, because then I would have watched it. But I was waiting for this moment right now. But anyway, as the only Gen Z person here, I didn't grow up on Bow Wow. I was more Soulja Boy. So I'm gonna give it to him just to be that person.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, what about you?
That's a really good perspective, but I honestly have to agree with Romeo and Zoe. I'm not even trying to be politically correct, but for me,
it is politically correct.
No, both of them.
I promise you.
So honestly, I loved it. It was like a concert. It wasn't like a Verzuz for me. It was just a concert.
Wait, Jazz said the baby one?
I'm crying.
You did not, Romeo.
Happy birthday.
I'm gonna give my honest opinion of it. I'm gonna say hit for hit, Bow Wow definitely dominated the show. But I'm gonna say, in terms of like commentary, performance, keeping me enthralled, like just being interesting and crazy, Soulja Boy won for me. Like, so it's the energy of Soulja Boy for me.
Yeah, it's just like, you love different things about both of these artists, that it was just, you know, it was all perfect. Like, and then Romeo came out, we got a triple. I don't know if anybody see me in the comments. I was in the comments the whole time. Romeo, when you came out, I said, I was in them comments when Romeo came out, I said, y'all better give these boys they flowers, all three of them.
Yes.
Yeah, my cousin said he saw you in the comments repping.
Hey, I wasn't playing.